I've finally fixed the Bugatti Veyron and then attempted top speed. But it didn't go to plan. Oh no, something is seriously broken. I've got no power. Since then, the car has literally been...
Have you ever wondered what would happen if one of the world's most famous car companies suddenly wanted a car back after refusing to help repair it? It sounds like something straight out of a Hollywood movie. But that question has been fueling endless conversations among car fans ever since Mat Armstrong's incredible Bugatti Veyron rebuild captured millions of views online. For more than 2 years, viewers watched him take on what many believed was an impossible project. The car had been badly damaged, replacement parts were incredibly expensive, and many people doubted it would ever drive again. Yet step by step, episode by episode, Mat continued proving that determination and creative engineering could overcome challenges that even experts considered impossible. Along the way, his project became much bigger than simply fixing a supercar. It sparked debates about repair rights, manufacturer control, and whether owners should have full freedom to repair the vehicles they legally own. Recently, a story has circulated online claiming that Bugatti wanted to buy Mat Armstrong's rebuilt Veyron. According to these reports, the company supposedly made an offer after the car successfully completed a long European road trip. Some versions of the story suggest the offer was connected to preserving the vehicle, while others believe it may have been an attempt to prevent the car from becoming an even bigger symbol of independent repair. However, there is no publicly verified evidence confirming that such an offer actually happened in the way many online posts describe. That uncertainty has not stopped fans from discussing every possible angle. Instead, it has made the story even more fascinating, with thousands of people debating what they would do if they were in Mat's position, and whether a manufacturer would ever want to bring such a famous project back under its own control. To understand why this rumor became so popular, you first have to understand the journey behind the car itself. Mat Armstrong did not purchase a perfect Bugatti ready for weekend drives. He bought a vehicle that many people consider beyond saving. Repair costs on a Bugatti Veyron can easily reach hundreds of thousands of dollars, and even simple maintenance is known for carrying eye-watering price tags. Because of that, many viewers expected the project to fail before it ever truly began. Instead, every obstacle became another chapter in a story that kept audiences coming back. Whenever a part seemed impossible to find, Mat searched for another solution. Whenever critics claimed the project was over, another episode appeared showing new progress. That steady determination turned the rebuild into one of the most closely followed automotive projects on YouTube. Whether or not the rumors about Bugatti making an offer are true, one thing is certain. The rebuild changed how millions of people look at modern supercars, expensive repairs, and the growing conversation around the right to repair. One of the biggest reasons this story has attracted so much attention is because it touches on a question that goes far beyond one man and one supercar. For years, car manufacturers have invested enormous amounts of money into building advanced technology, protecting their designs, and controlling how their vehicles are repaired. On the other side, independent mechanics, car enthusiasts, and everyday owners believe that once they buy a vehicle, they should have the freedom to repair it however they choose. This debate has become known as the right to repair movement, and has been growing across many industries, from smartphones and tractors to luxury cars. Mat Armstrong's Bugatti project unexpectedly became part of that larger conversation. Every new episode showed viewers another challenge that came with repairing one of the world's most expensive cars outside the official factory network. Instead of simply replacing damaged parts exactly the way a dealership might, he often searched for creative engineering solutions that would allow the project to move forward. Those moments made millions of viewers realize just how difficult modern vehicle repairs can become when manufacturers tightly control access to parts, software, and technical information. Whether people agreed with every decision he made or not, they could clearly see the determination behind the project. That determination turned an ordinary rebuild into something much bigger than entertainment. It became a symbol of what many independent mechanics believe is possible when knowledge, patience, and persistence come together. As the videos continued gaining millions of views, discussion spread far beyond YouTube. Automotive forums, social media pages, and online communities began debating whether luxury manufacturers should make repairs easier or continue protecting their technology through strict factory procedures. Some people argued that companies like Bugatti have a responsibility to maintain the highest safety standards because their vehicles are capable of incredible speeds and require specialized engineering. Others believe manufacturers should still provide owners with reasonable access to replacement parts and repair information instead of making independent repairs extremely difficult. This difference in opinion created passionate discussions, and Mat's project often found itself at the center of those conversations. At the same time, stories and rumors surrounding the rebuild became larger with every passing month. Every interview, every road trip, and every new upload created another wave of speculation online. Some fans believed the project had embarrassed one of the world's most prestigious car brands simply because it proved a heavily damaged Veyron could return to the road without following the traditional repair process. Others argued that the entire story was simply another example of YouTube creating excitement around an already fascinating project. Then came one of the biggest talking points of all. Reports and online discussions began suggesting that Bugatti wanted the rebuilt Veyron back. Some versions claimed the company wished to preserve the car because of its unique history, while others suggested completely different reasons. It is important to remember that these stories have circulated widely online, but have not been publicly confirmed in the detailed way many social media posts describe. Even so, the rumor itself became powerful enough to spark endless debate. Car fans started asking difficult questions. If a manufacturer really wanted to purchase a rebuilt vehicle, what would that actually mean? Would it be a compliment to the builder's success? Would it simply be a business decision? Could it represent an effort to preserve an important chapter in automotive history? Or was the internet turning a small piece of information into a much larger story than reality? Those unanswered questions are exactly what kept viewers clicking on new videos and reading every update they could find. In today's online world, curiosity often spreads faster than confirmed facts. A single rumor can generate millions of views when it connects with an emotional story, and Mat Armstrong's Bugatti rebuild already had every ingredient needed for a viral discussion. It featured an underdog mechanic, one of the world's most famous supercars, a luxury manufacturer with a legendary reputation, and a passionate audience eager to see what would happen next. Regardless of where someone stood in the debate, nearly everyone agreed on one thing. The rebuild had already become one of the most memorable automotive stories on YouTube, and people were eager to discover whether the next chapter would be even more surprising than everything that had come before. By the time Mat Armstrong's Bugatti Veyron project had gained millions of views, it was clear that people were no longer watching just because they loved expensive cars. They were watching because they loved a great story. Every successful YouTube series has one thing in common. Viewers become emotionally connected to the journey, not just the final result. That is exactly what happened here. From the very first episode, people saw a car that many believed was beyond saving. It wasn't sitting inside a spotless showroom or arriving with a perfect service history. Instead, it came with unanswered questions, unknown mechanical problems, and the possibility that the repair bill could be larger than the value of most family homes. That uncertainty became one of the biggest reasons audiences kept returning. Every episode promised another puzzle to solve. Would the engine survive? Would the gearbox work? Would another hidden problem appear? Those questions created natural suspense that no scripted drama could easily copy. At the same time, viewers watched Matt approach each obstacle with patience instead of panic. Rather than giving up when something looked impossible, he treated every setback like another challenge waiting to be solved. That attitude made many fans feel like they were part of the project instead of simply watching from the outside. They celebrated every small success and shared every disappointment when new faults appeared. It was no longer just a rebuild. It had become a community experience. Another reason this project became so popular was because it offered people a rare look behind the curtain of the hypercar world. Most Bugatti owners are never seen repairing their own vehicles. In fact, these cars are usually maintained through specialized service centers using factory-approved procedures. That exclusivity has always been part of the Bugatti image. The company has built its reputation on engineering excellence, precision, and careful quality control. Public discussions around Mat's rebuild highlighted the tension between factory standards and independent repairs, especially after Bugatti publicly expressed safety concerns about unauthorized work on such a complex vehicle. For many viewers, this made the series even more interesting because they were seeing a side of ownership that is rarely shown. Instead of glossy marketing videos, they were watching real diagnostics, damaged components, unexpected failures, and creative problem-solving. Every repair taught the audience something new about how incredibly complicated a Bugatti really is. Even people who had never planned to own a supercar found themselves fascinated by the engineering hidden beneath the bodywork. The videos transformed an exotic machine into something people could better understand, even if they could never afford one. As the rebuild progressed, conversations naturally expanded beyond the workshop. Fans began debating larger questions about ownership, repair rights, and the future of modern automobiles. Some argue that manufacturers have every right to protect their technology because these vehicles are incredibly advanced and safety is critical. Others believe that once someone legally owns a car, they should be free to repair it without unnecessary restrictions. This broader debate has become increasingly important across the automotive industry, especially as vehicles rely more heavily on proprietary software and electronics. Mat's project became one of the most visible examples of that discussion. Even though opinions remain divided, some viewers admired his determination and creativity, while others believe certain repairs should always remain within the manufacturer's official network. Those different viewpoints actually helped the series grow, because every new episode sparked thousands of comments from people sharing their own opinions. Whether viewers agreed or disagreed, they kept watching because the project raised questions that did not have simple answers. In the end, that may be the biggest reason the Bugatti rebuild became so successful. It was never only about fixing one of the world's most famous hypercars. It became a story about persistence, engineering, curiosity, and the changing relationship between car owners and manufacturers. And with every new chapter, millions of people wanted to see what challenge would come next. As the Veyron moved closer to becoming a fully usable road car, the focus of the project slowly changed. At first, every episode was about bringing a damaged hypercar back to life. Later, it became about proving whether that repair could survive real-world driving. There's a huge difference between starting an engine inside a workshop and trusting that same car on a long journey across different countries. A vehicle like the Bugatti Veyron is one of the most advanced production cars ever built. Its massive W16 engine, complex cooling system, advanced electronics, and high-speed engineering all have to work together perfectly. A small problem that might seem unimportant in an ordinary car could become a major issue in a machine capable of speeds well over 250 miles per hour. Because of that, many viewers understood that the real test would never happen inside the garage. The real test would happen on the open road. Watching the Veyron leave the workshop under its own power created a completely different feeling compared to earlier episodes. Instead of wondering whether it would start, people now wondered how far it could go. Every mile driven represented another small victory. Every successful journey gave viewers more confidence that the enormous amount of work had been worth it. For many fans, these road trips became just as exciting as the rebuild itself, because they finally got to see the car doing what it had been designed to do. Beautiful mountain roads, busy highways, changing weather, and long-distance driving all became part of the story, proving that restoring a car is only the beginning. Keeping it reliable is an entirely different challenge. The road trips also revealed something important about why millions of people continued following the project. They were not simply interested in horsepower figures or top speed. They wanted to see whether determination could overcome impossible odds. Every successful drive represented months of planning, countless hours of mechanical work, and many difficult decisions made inside the workshop. Whenever the Veyron completed another journey without major issues, it felt like a reward not only for Mat Armstrong, but also for the audience that had followed every stage of the rebuild. Social media quickly filled with reactions from viewers sharing clips, discussing favorite moments, and debating what challenge should come next. Some believed the project had already achieved everything it needed to prove. Others argued that the car should continue traveling to demonstrate its long-term reliability. These conversations helped keep the series alive between uploads because fans continued discussing each new milestone long after an episode ended. That level of community engagement is something many YouTube creators hope to achieve, but very few actually experience. Instead of disappearing after one viral video, the Bugatti series developed into an ongoing story where every update mattered. Even people who had never watched automotive content before found themselves interested because the project followed a simple idea everyone could understand. Never give up when something seems impossible. Looking back, one of the most valuable lessons from the entire rebuild is that great stories are rarely about machines alone. Cars may attract attention, but people stay because of the human journey behind them. The Veyron became famous not simply because it is one of the world's most legendary hypercars, but because viewers watched someone take on a challenge that almost everyone believed could not be completed. Whether every decision was perfect or every repair method was the best possible approach is something enthusiasts will continue debating for years. That is part of what makes automotive projects so interesting. Different mechanics often have different opinions, and every rebuild teaches new lessons. What cannot be denied is the influence this project had on online automotive content. It inspired thousands of people to learn more about engineering, vehicle restoration, and problem solving. It also encouraged many viewers to tackle their own projects, even if those projects involved much simpler vehicles. Perhaps that is the greatest achievement of all. The Bugatti Veyron rebuild reminded people that passion, patience, and persistence can inspire millions when shared honestly with an audience. As the story continued to unfold, fans knew one thing for certain. Every new chapter would bring another challenge, another lesson, and another reason to keep watching until the very end. The success of the Bugatti Veyron project also highlighted something that many people often forget about YouTube. The platform is no longer just a place to watch entertaining videos. It has become a place where creators document long-term challenges, teach practical skills, and build loyal communities around shared interests. In Mat Armstrong's case, the Veyron rebuild was much more than a series about fixing a damaged supercar. It became an example of how persistence and storytelling can turn a complicated mechanical project into content that millions of people enjoy. Every upload gave viewers a reason to come back, not because they already knew the outcome, but because they genuinely wanted to see the next step. That kind of audience loyalty is extremely difficult to achieve. Many creators produce one viral video and then struggle to keep viewers interested. Mat's series avoided that problem because every episode naturally created another question. Would the latest repair solve the issue? Would another hidden fault appear? Could the car complete another successful journey? Those unanswered questions encourage viewers to watch until the end of each episode, while also looking forward to the next upload. This style of storytelling is one of the biggest reasons the project continued attracting attention long after the first rebuild videos were released. It proved that even highly technical subjects can become entertaining when explained in a simple, easy-to-follow way. Instead of overwhelming viewers with engineering terms, the videos focus on real problems, practical solutions, and genuine reactions. That made even complicated repairs feel understandable to people with little or no mechanical experience. The project also changed how many people viewed independent creators within the automotive world. For decades, large manufacturers have been seen as the ultimate source of technical knowledge about their own vehicles. They design the cars, build the parts, and train the technicians who maintain them. At the same time, independent mechanics have always played an important role by developing their own skills through experience and experimentation. Mat Armstrong's rebuild reminded audiences that creativity, patience, and careful research can sometimes solve problems in unexpected ways. Of course, that does not mean every repair should be attempted outside official service centers, especially when dealing with extremely complex vehicles. Safety should always remain the highest priority, particularly with high-performance cars that operate under enormous mechanical stress. However, the series encouraged many viewers to appreciate the value of learning, problem-solving, and understanding how machines actually work. It also inspired a new generation of enthusiasts to pick up tools, study vehicle systems, and gain confidence by working on their own projects within their abilities. That educational side of the series is often overlooked because the dramatic moments receive the most attention, but many fans have said the videos encourage them to learn more about automotive engineering. Even if someone never plans to restore Bugatti, the lessons about patience, preparation, and logical thinking can be applied to almost any challenge in life. Looking ahead, there is every reason to believe that Mat Armstrong's automotive journey will continue attracting millions of viewers. His channel has already expanded beyond a single rebuild, covering a wide range of ambitious restoration projects that combine entertainment with education. Each new vehicle brings different challenges, different engineering problems, and different opportunities to learn. Fans continue watching because they know every project will include unexpected setbacks, creative solutions, and satisfying moments when months of hard work finally pay off. Whether the next challenge involves another supercar, a rare classic, or a completely different type of vehicle, the formula remains the same. Honest reactions, practical problem solving, and a willingness to tackle projects that many people consider impossible are what keep audiences engaged. The Bugatti Veyron rebuild will likely remain one of the defining chapters in the channel's history because it demonstrated what can happen when technical skill meets compelling storytelling. More importantly, it showed that success on YouTube is not only measured by views or subscribers. It is also measured by the ability to inspire people, teach new ideas, and encourage viewers to believe that difficult goals can be achieved through patience, determination, and continuous learning. That message is far more valuable than any single repair, and it is one reason the story continues to resonate with automotive enthusiasts around the world.